Welcome to Ella's rural adventure. On her way home, she was enveloped by desolate scenery, her mood as heavy as bearing a whole farm, and soon reached Nick's. Our high heels look like aliens landing on this land. Is this your mother's bed? Oh, I think so. Thank you, welcome home. Don't forget to bring your takeout from Friday. Ella didn't respond, feeling like a headless chicken amidst it all, but luckily, the house wasn't so bad. Nick smartly knew Ella was from the city. To make her stay comfortable, he got a fridge and hot water heater. Got some soda here, wanna pop one? No thanks, I'll pass. To Ella, these were everyday items, but in the countryside, they were rare gems. In fact, Nick wasn't your typical farmer. She owned vast lands, and locals were busy working on her fields. Even being called the farm owner, her income was definitely higher than your average paycheck. Though Nick's life was tough, with her parents passing away and her brother lost at Pearl Harbor, now the only family left was her sister. At dinner, Nick stayed quiet, so Ella took the initiative to mention she was a graduate student in archaeology. My thesis is about Troy, but Nick just thought, what the heck? I only know about fields and fruit trees. In the awkward atmosphere, dinner wrapped up, and Ella had a burning question. Excuse me, is there a chance to wash the dish? Subtitles. Ella's question triggered a prolonged moment of deep contemplation. Is this the arrangement of God? Nick's simplicity left her mind in a whirlwind of thoughts. I think maybe it's God's plan. Nick is like a gentle angel. Nick broke the silence, leaving Elle suddenly stunned. On their wedding night, they were tragically like a friendship boat rather than an intimate couple. Ella picked up a necklace from her ex, looking at the handsome face in the photo. Tears streamed down in an instant. Ella had a tough first night and woke up the next day to find it was already 9:30. After a quick freshen up, she headed to Nick's bedroom only to find he had already left. For this new husband, Ella was filled with questions. Where did he go? Isn't he taking me to a party? She examined Nick's wardrobe, finding it full of pastel clothes, but lo and behold, there were some special items in the drawer. Good morning. Ella suddenly decided to borrow Nick's car. She wanted to stroll around town and call home, but found only a big truck, worried she couldn't handle it. So Nick offered to take her there, and soon they arrived in town. Nick dropped Ella off at the phone booth and then strutted into the library. She carefully picked out a few parenting books and archaeology texts, dreaming about the future, wanting to create a warm home for Ella and them both. Meanwhile, Ella confided in her sister, "You won't believe how amazing rural life can be." Even though Nick was caring, the shadow of her ex lingered around her like a ghost. On the way home, she suggested teaching Ella to drive the big truck, and when Ella grasped the steering wheel, she discovered it totally shattered her driving concept. Subtitles. After the truck was started up, her reaction was as if she had encountered aliens due to the strange noises it emitted. Ultimately, she managed to get the hang of this old relic with the help of Nick's methods. After that, Nick brought Ella to meet family and friends, hoping she could truly fit into this big family. But Ella was always deceiving Nick, every time saying she was writing to her sister, when in reality those letters went to her ex. On a sunny afternoon, Nick took Ella to the lake, ready to enjoy a romantic boat ride, looking like it was ready to sparkle. Sitting at the front of the boat, Ella soaked in the beautiful afternoon. Her charm instantly baffled Nick. Her heart skipped a beat as she mysteriously revealed the real reason for being there. The sudden confession left Ella speechless. Ella froze, realizing she had no reply. To ease tension, she casually said she liked swimming. However, this seemingly casual remark was quietly noted by Nick, secretly vowing he'd build her a swimming pool. In the days that followed, Nick lived a simple life from sunrise to sunset, while Ella hung out near the door. She flipped through Nick's books, and whenever bored, she slipped on those red high heels and strolled through the fields. Enjoying the beauty of nature, soon Nick took Ella for a checkup, and the results showed she was already 4 months pregnant. And she had only been married to Nick for a month. This time gap made Ella particularly anxious. Subtitles. She was aware that once the baby came into the world, Nick would become the focal point of everyone's attention, and without realizing it herself, Ella began to pay attention to Nick's feelings. Watching the innocent Nick, Ella felt a swirl of emotions. That day, while washing vegetables, she suddenly heard a commotion outside. She ran out to see Nick renting an excavator. It turned out he planned to build her a pool, but his unskilled operation made him a bit flustered. Despite the occurrence of an accident, Ella found herself increasingly lost regarding her love for Nick, struggling to convey her emotions. Gradually, she began to learn cooking, and though her skills weren't great, she put her heart into every step. Nick watched as Ella focused, feeling she was exceptionally charming, wanting to hug her but holding back. Finally, Ella presented a plate of her very own omelette that smelled delicious. Though it looked appetizing, Nick frowned after a bite, thinking an indescribably odd taste. Night fell, and Nick drove Ella to her sister's birthday party, finally starting a lively and deep conversation. Ella became deeply interested in Nick's outlook on life, asking why he chose to settle rather than pursue higher life goals. "What I want in my heart is love, not all that flashy fame and fortune." She planned to prove it through her actions. What she desired was love, not the pursuit of a broader world or higher achievements. Nick expressed she didn't envy those chasing fame and fortune. After all, life is short and it's better to enjoy the moment. So, why not give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and become a part of our story?